keep encouraging you to go on. Thank you so much. I highly appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I'd love to encounter the perfect afro of yours as well.
And thank you for the words of encouragement, and that's what I subscribe to, you know. So for me, even with this Ttmbha Caddy Golf Day, I'm going to be opening 100 bank accounts for these caddies. So for me, it's about saying, you know what, let's create a culture of savings. Let's teach them about financial literacy. But I want to create a cashless business for them, because when they caddy for you, never for cash, they get robbed, or they go and they drink that money. You know, substance abuse is a big thing. So I'm opening bank accounts for them, and it's going to be an amazing day on the 6th of September. Looking forward to it.
So 6th of September, where exactly?
At the Soweto Country Club. It's free for these caddies to play. And the winning caddy can be called the Netbank Golf Challenge, guys, to play with pros.
Nice.
So
this could be the next Tiger Woods, guys.
So if I'm a caddy and I'm listening to you right now and I want to participate, is it too late?
No, it's not too late. We've still got 30 spots left.
Okay.
So just make your way to the Soweto Country Club or give them a shout and just register. That's it. Everything has been paid for. It's been sorted. And you could just get this experience with me, Kosan City, in November.
Slowly, how do they join and how do they register?
Okay,
Next Fridays,
okay, so it's either you can call the Soweto Country Club, you can just Google their number, or take a drive there and just register your name. It's as simple as that.
Awesome. There we go. It's going to be on the 6th of September.
September to Tuesday. Yeah, boy.
I like the cashless concept. Absolutely. I really like that. Financial literacy is a big conversation. Yeah. And substance abuse is a thing.
Absolutely. You are tempted. So for us, it's about teaching them to understand and respect money.
Thank you for starting your day on 959. What a classic gent. Aware.
Sure.
Marks 45 years since the 1976 Soweto uprising, and helping to make this historical day special is Soweto-born entrepreneur Ttmbha, who will be hosting yet another charitable event, being the Youth Golf Day at the Soweto Country Club on the 16th of June. To talk more about this is Ttmbha himself. Tt, welcome to Soweto TV.
Thank you for having me.
Now, what does 1976 mean to you? I mean, you were born shortly, but 3 years later.
3 years after that.
But growing up in Soweto, of course, you experienced a lot in relation to the day. What does it mean to you?
So for me, growing up in those days, I remember a lot of doing happening at the time. I think I must have been about 11 years when Nelson Mandela was released from prison. So what I do recall about that is that a lot of sacrifice went around the day. History changed because students were tired of this medium of instruction or education, which was Afrikaans. And I think it's important for us to make sure that we remember those fallen heroes, and hence this event where we are commemorating but also creating a unifying platform using golf as a medium of doing that.
So talking about golf, growing up, I mean, you grew up in Pimville, and Pimville is always one of the townships that has a golf course on it. Were you privy to play golf as a child? Did your dad take you there?
No, unfortunately not. When I was school, the only sports that were accessible to us was soccer and running. It's either you're a cross-country runner or you're a soccer player. And then we got exposed, Amamoto C, when we started being exposed to that, and then I actually played water polo.
Really?
I was a water polo player.
Okay.
And golf is something that I only took up about 7 years ago. So for me, I'm using this as an opportunity for the youth of today to use and grab with both hands, because they've got so much at their disposal. When I look back at when I was a youth, which is obviously now I'm 7 years out of the bracket, we never had access to golfing tournaments, we never had access to tennis tournaments, swimming tournaments, but they do, and they need to grab that. But what's also important is to remember the sacrifices and what June 16 actually means. And a lot of students died. We can't forget that.
We certainly can't forget that, because as you mentioned earlier on, that these students were fighting for a cause. There are many other causes that young people today are fighting. There's a different voice in terms of what it is that the young people are fighting for. What youth issues are closest to your heart right now?
Unemployment. And that's why part of this Soweto Youth Golf Day is to employ as many youth on the day as possible. So one of the decisions we took is that no cards are allowed on the course. We want to employ 72 young men and women who want to caddy for these business leaders and celebrity on the day. That's employment for them. The second thing we're doing is that we are bringing 10 student photographers in and around Soweto for them to come and capture the day. It's never been done before, where you've got students actually capturing the day. It's an opportunity for them to showcase their talents, their photography talents, So we are employing them on the day and paying them. Number 3, we're actually booking the cause for the day, which means we're bringing the economy back into Soweto. We are also making sure that all the caddies are wearing bibs. Someone is producing those bibs and printing them. All the golf players are going to be wearing these branded Drymex and strachels, or they're called beanies. Someone is making them. Yeah. So for me, it's about the line of economy that we are creating back into Egas.
And that's very profound. And I mean, you played around with the number 16 because of June 16. I hear tickets are sold out. Just take us through the process of who were you selling tickets to, who bought tickets, how much these tickets were.
So we extended the invitation to everybody. It was open to the public. So individuals would buy the ticket for 1,006. But if you're a corporate and you wanted to buy a whole, it would cost you 16,000 rands. It sounds like a lot of money, but if you think about the logistics and the operations that go behind the scenes of producing these Drymex, hiring the cost, booking it, and also allocating funds to be given to the Soweto Cliptown Youth Foundation. So we're going to donate blankets, courtesy of Cecily Blankets. We've already raised 100 blankets, and we're going to buy non-perishable foods for the youth center. And because I'm also a brand South Africa Play Your Part ambassador, this is my way of actually playing my part in the community that raised me, which is Ttmbha. So they obviously were excited about coming on board as one of the partners. We've got Gauteng Province, we've got Proudly SA, who've bought holes. I've got so many corporates that I can't mention, obviously, because there's no time, who have actually just jumped up at this opportunity because they realize the importance of the youth. They are the future of our country. One of the requirements of each 4-ball is that there must be a youth represented on each 4-ball. So we're making sure that these youth get exposed to these business leaders and celebrities firsthand.
I mean, hearing that many of these proceeds will be going towards underprivileged communities, how important is it for you to ensure that those communities know that a person who comes from the same community as them is able to move on up but come back and still contribute?
It's extremely important. You know, the narrative of a typical township boy or girl is to do well and move out and forget. You know, there's a story of people always coming on weekends, I'm not about that. And for me, it's about really bringing the economy back into the township. How do I add value as someone who's got influence into the township that raised me? And this is by so doing with the Soweto Youth Golf Day. I think it's an opportunity that is going to become an annual event. And outside that, there's a mentorship element that we are going to introduce. So there will be quarterly events that we're going to host in Soweto leading up to June 16 every year.
That's wonderful, because that was my next question, to say how then do you see the longevity and the sustainability of this one-day project over the year? Any special guests that you're expecting on the day, or any? I know it's not open to the public, unfortunately, due to COVID-19 regulations, but anybody that we could be looking forward to attending this event?
Yes, definitely. Ttmbha Touch will be playing on the day. OG Molefe will be playing. Andile Ncube, Stanton Fredericks, Sticker, the ex-Bafana Bafana player. Thomas Mlambo will be there. Ttmbha will be there. I'm so excited. There'll be a lot of female golfers as well. And for me, that's what it's about. Golf is a sport of networking. It's a sport that allows you to be able to engage with people for 4 to 5 hours. So we are actually creating this platform specifically for the youth to be able to take as much information out of these business leaders as they can. These leaders won't necessarily see them on the street or bump into them or even get into their diaries. So what I've done is I've kind of profiled it at quite a high level so that these leaders spend those 5 hours mentoring these youth on the course, on the day, in Soweto, for Soweto. This is all about Soweto for me.
It certainly is. Tato, thank you so much for joining us. You're doing great work. We do wish you all the best in many, many more Soweto Youth Day golf days.
Yeah, well.
And that was real estate mogul, businessman and philanthropist Ttmbha telling us about his charitable golf day that will be on the 16th of June to commemorate 45 years.
It's the first of its kind, 16 uprisings, and combine it with the sport of golf. Youth Golf Day. I've decided to do a Soweto Youth Golf Day. It's the first of its Soweto Youth Golf Day. 2021, I've decided of its kind, where we celebrate or commemorate June 16 uprising. Soweto Youth Golf Day. It's the first of its day. It's the first cell phone. Soweto Youth Golf Day. It's the first of its kind, where we celebrate or commemorate Soweto Youth Golf Day. It's the first of its kind, where we celebrate and combine known to be for rich people day. It's the first of its kind, where we Soweto Youth Golf Day. Soweto Youth Golf Day. It's the first of its kind, where we celebrate or commemorate June Day. It's the first Soweto Youth Golf Day. It's the first of its kind, where we celebrate or commemorate June 16 uprisings and combine it with the sport of golf, a sport that is known to be for rich people. Now I'm bringing it in the township, in Soweto, at the Soweto Country Club, to commemorate the Soweto uprising. So everything on that day is about Soweto. It's an opportunity for us to also engage with the youth on the day, get them to play with their favorite celebrities and business leaders. Golf is a sport of networking. You've got 4 to 5 hours with your business leader that you aspire to one day be, and you can ask them anything on the course. That's the beauty about the sport. Why Soweto? Because it is about the Soweto uprising. Why on the 16th of June? I felt that it's a beautiful opportunity to commemorate the youth of 1976 that have sacrificed so much of themselves. Some of them have passed on as a result of that. The freedom that we are enjoying today, the fact that you out there are watching this now, is as a result of the sacrifices that the youth of 1976 has gone through. And for me, I'm using this as a platform to commemorate their legacy. So how do I plan on making sure that it infiltrates is quite simple. So we're going to have this annual event every year on the 16th of June. But in between that, we're going to have quarterly mentorship sessions around golf, teaching young kids, especially in the townships, about the sport. You know, when we were growing up, we only had soccer and nothing else. Soccer and running. We couldn't swim. Most of us still can't swim, but I can. But I think golf offers an opportunity for you to network. It's an opportunity for you to grow your business if you're an entrepreneur. And I think it's a lovely sport. You get to make friendships on the course. But most importantly, it's a sport of discipline. It teaches you about discipline, the way you dress, how you conduct yourself, which is pretty much the same things that you need to create in real life, in business, you know, respect, values, looking good, and respecting yourself. So yeah, so I'm hoping that every year we'll be able to host, but in between, we'll host quarterly workshops as well. So we're already fully subscribed. A lot of sponsors have bought holes and they're bringing different youth from their divisions. You can catch us on the Instagram page. It's called Soweto Youth Golf Day. That's the page, and there you'll be able to interact. If you can't come on the day, you can watch it live because we'll be streaming from the page, and you can get to meet some of your favorite celebrities through your phone. Because of COVID, we can't obviously have too many people. We have to manage the numbers for safety regulations as well. But you're more than welcome to watch it from the comfort of your house on your cell phone. So this golf day has 3 pillars. The first one is charity. So we'll be donating blankets and non-perishable food stuff to the Soweto Clipdown Youth Center. And then there's a mentorship element where these business leaders will get to interact with this youth even beyond the day. So between now and the next golf day, there will be a relationship that will be formed with the mentors and these youth. They might even play golf separately on their own just to keep that relationship going. And there's also a development angle where next year we want to bring golf coaches now and get more kids and the youth in and around the township to come and participate, get to learn about the sport. People think golf is boring, but until you actually get to understand it and learn about it and immerse yourself in the sport, you'll find that it's actually quite an intelligent sport. It's a sport of intelligence. You work out your shots, you work out how far you can go with the ball based on which club you're using. It's a lot, but also you look good, you dress up. That's what I love about the sport, you know. It's about the etiquette, it's about the respect, and then the cleanliness that it brings, which is things that, like I said earlier, you can apply in your own business and in your own personal life. So this is definitely a legacy project. We would have loved to have the president open up for us, but unfortunately he's not available. I actually reached out to his office. He's a golfer, by the way. I do play golf with him now and then, and I just thought, you know, if the president of a country can play golf, it says a lot about leadership. It's a sport that goes hand in hand with leadership. So what more can I do as an entrepreneur to help revitalize the township economy? I mean, I'm doing a lot already. The fact that I've got this golf day already means I'm employing caddies on the day, so no one is allowed to drive cars. We're not allowing anyone to drive cars because we want to actually use that money to pay the caddies on the day. We are branding the caddies, which means there's someone who's printing the branding stuff for the caddies. We are giving away dry mix to the golfers, which means there's someone who's printing and manufacturing those dry mix. So there's an employment that I am actually bringing into the township. The fact that I'm doing it at the Soweto Country Club, we are paying them for the day. I could have used any other club in and around Joburg, but I decided to use the Soweto Country Club because I want to bring the money back into the township. The kind of business people that are coming on the day are people that are actually township entrepreneurs who obviously have moved on and live outside the township. So for me, it's about always acknowledging our roots. I mean, I was born and raised in Ttmbha. I never stop talking about where I'm from because it determines everywhere I go where I'm destined to be. Kasi for life. I'm a Kasi thoroughbred. I'm not apologetic about the fact that I'm Kasi, again, and I want to make sure I develop as a game from a Kasi. So how do we inject hope back into the industry or into the youth? For me, it's about being honest with ourselves as a nation. COVID has taught us one thing, that some priorities need to be gotten rid of. Life is not about material. I think COVID taught us that you can live without the cars, you can live without the clothes. Half the time the cars are parked in the garage. What's more important is the humanity and kindness that we can extend towards each other. I think what I can say is that when you are kind to one person, you're actually helping them propel them to the next level. You don't know what people are going through. So just by being kind, it doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost anything for me to say to you, how are you today? Unjani? Ubuntu. Umuntu ubuntu ngabantu. And that's the beauty about being from Ekasi. I always tell people Ekasi is a university of life because it teaches you to live with different people who are from different cultures. Zulu, Xhosa, Tonga, Venda, all of mixed masala. You know, the one thing that apartheid did well for black people is show their tenacity and how they can actually live and cohabit with each other. They thought they were going to punish us and we were going to end up killing each other. Yes, they were killers. But what came out of it is the spirit of Ubuntu, which I can encourage everyone who's watching this right now to carry it forward, pay it forward. Be nice, be kind. Ttmbha no Ubuntu. So final was about the golf day is that it's going to be a jam-packed event. There's going to be a lot of celebrities, there's going to be a lot of business people, but most importantly, it's about the youth. There'll be a lot of youth that we're inviting. We want to give them access to people that they would not ordinarily have access to. And I'm looking forward to it, and may God bless. So